What is going on, guys? We're here. We're live for another Sunday stream. Hopefully, it's going okay over on Odyssey and Rumble. Had to set those up at the last second there. It looks like it's doing good. Okay, it looks like it's doing okay. I am sick. That's why I didn't really put out any content on Friday night or on Saturday. I felt like shit on Friday night tights. So when I woke up on Saturday morning and could fucking barely swallow, no pun intended, I actually had to go to the doctor for an illness for the first time in like 12 years or some shit. And yeah, I have strep throat. So they gave me, I got some antibiotics, I got some amoxicillin, I got some prednisone for the inflammation, and I can actually talk now, which is good. And I don't think that talking will really make it too much worse. We're gonna try to keep it down, no yelling or screaming. That'll be the goal. But you know how it is. But I am glad that I can actually do the stream. I was worried. I didn't want to miss it. I haven't had strep throat since I was like a fucking child. I feel like strep throat is something like 12-year-olds get or 11-year-olds because they like shared a water bottle with some other retard in school or something. I have no idea how I got it, but we'll see. The doctor actually said when I went there, the doctor actually told me they've had more cases of strep throat in the past month than they've had COVID. Weird, isn't it? Weird how that works. Because despite whatever else people are freaking out about, in large way, COVID's kind of non-existent for a lot of people right now. But thank you guys for being here. Yes, Ryan's 11 confirmed. Yes. 11 confirmed, evidently. I'm still a child, apparently. But let's say hi to the chat. We got Broken Prophet, Do Not Spit. Try not to. Trey Courtney, Sam Spade, JG, Guts the Black Swordsman, Norfolk Southern Pokey District, Barfly Voices, Jedi Nerd, Chris Mack, Juicy Fruit, Jesus Rosada, Mark Hendricks. He says, Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said the motherfucker's got strep throat like a child. Let's see. Amber is here. Amber Andromeda. Kamikaze's here. Solo Boxer. Nick Napoli. Liam Neeson's Chin. Stone Cold's Beer Cooler. What's up, everybody? Flaccid Phoenix has put your throat on Disney's deck. I'm going to try. I've been trying to drink as much water, too, as I can. It's hard because, like, I didn't want to drink anything. But been trying to hydrate. Been trying to hydrate like Ripa. But we do have a couple super chats here from Low Watermark for $10. After all that's happened, does any guy here think Amber's still worth a damn? I can't imagine. I can't imagine that that's the case. Let me actually open this up. Why do I have two different streams going on? I have two different streams on Odyssey. Hold on. I'm trying to click here. I don't know what the fuck's going on Odyssey. I never know what the fuck's going on Odyssey. It's always confusing to me. Sometimes it creates more than I'm supposed to have. But anyway, to answer your question, Low Watermark, I think that Amber Heard's been exposed as a dirty, disgusting, nasty bitch, a fucking liar, a piece of shit. Like, there's no doubt about that. Now, with all that being said, are there still some people who are would probably fuck her? Yes, because she's a woman. But worth anything? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And then Low Watermark for $5 says, strep throat. Damn, Ryan, take it easy, dude. I will try. But I appreciate that, Low Watermark. Spider Unlimited for $5. Nasty case of throat sickness going around. A lot over here, Advocate. Well, good to see you again. Well, thank you, Spider. I appreciate that. I think that yeah, I was at Universal on Monday and Tuesday. So if I had to guess, that's where I got it. Probably Jay was breathing too close to me or some shit. That's probably what happened. He was getting hot out there, just panting, and he just fucking got it on me. Hope you feel better. Yeah. I mean, I feel significantly better than I did. I feel significantly better than I did Saturday. When I woke up on Saturday, because I went to bed right after FNT because I knew I was sick. I knew I was tired. I just thought it was like something normal. I didn't think it was strep throat. But yeah, I feel good now. Definitely, definitely. I feel a lot better. Okay, so I think we're hopefully fixed over on Odyssey. I don't fucking know. Here, let me go to here. It's really fucking annoying. It says my past live streams. Click here to access the stream that's currently active. What the fuck? Odyssey's so fucked sometimes, man. All right. We're fucking back. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing. It happened during the Sports Wars stream too, but there's nothing wrong. Yes. F in the chat, but we're back. Hopefully we're back. Should be good. Look at my face. I'm frozen. Am I still frozen? All right. I'm not frozen anymore. At least I shouldn't be. Good now. Okay, there we go. God fucking damn it, that's annoying. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know what the fuck's going on today, but whatever. Anyway, Richard Curtis. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Richard Curtis, member for 6 months. Amber's hot, and I would do what you said earlier. I wouldn't go down, though, as I might get what you have. Maybe that's, maybe that's how strep throat spreads around. Maybe that's how it happens. Felix Rodier for 2. Get well soon. You the GOAT. Much love from France. Well, thank you very much for the €2, Felix. And thank you from France. You guys just reelected Macron, right? Emmanuel Macron. Dr. Richard Kimball, just got my hands on a 4K version of original Star Wars trilogy in theaters. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's what it happens to me too. It loops me back to the exact same page. I agree. Over on Rumble or over on Odyssey. That's what somebody was saying. Whatever. I'll do my fucking best to keep up with it over there. With that being said, we got a lot to talk about. We got Disney to talk about. Disney and DeSantis still at war. What else do we got to talk about? There is a little bit about Will Smith. He's actually had 2 more projects canceled. And Chris Rock's mom is calling him out. Chris Rock's mother is stepping out and saying Will should not have done that. She feels like she herself was slapped and that the slap on the wrist that he got as punishment isn't enough. So that's interesting. Chris Rock hasn't officially said anything, but his mother has. What else do we have to talk about? We have to talk about Amber Heard because one of her main things that she's been going to throughout this trial is the fact that she was covering up bruises with makeup and all this stuff. Well, the makeup company that she said she was covering the bruises up with came out and publicly said, no, it doesn't work that way. And in fact, what you're claiming that you were using didn't exist when you're claiming you used it. Literally blew the fuck out of her. Like just boom, her shit's blown up because of that. So what else do we have? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Fantastic Beasts 3 being a complete and total flop at the box office. Sonic 2 is now beating it again in its 3rd weekend versus Fantastic Beasts' 2nd week. I want to talk a little bit about The Northman. I want to talk about my friend Chris Gore and his Attack of the Dock documentary, where they released a little teaser today on the 20th anniversary of G4, where G4 hasn't said shit about it. G4 has not said anything about the birthday of the channel as they continue to fall into irrelevance. But Chris Gore we got a sneak peek at something, so that'll be fun to get into. Yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot on the docket. I don't know how much we're gonna make if my throat starts fucking getting sore. You know, we're gonna have to stop probably, but we're gonna keep going for as long as I possibly can. Violet Femme says, "I love Rock's mama." There you go. Yeah, that's just not. I get it. I get how people thought that or want to think it. It's just not the case. It was completely real. Now I think that I don't think Will Smith went out there to hurt him, or else he would have punched him. I think it was supposed to be a disrespect type of thing. I think that's what it was supposed to always be intended. And if that was all it was just the slap and that was it, then yeah, I think maybe so. But once you saw all of the fallout from it, the emotion behind Will Smith, the swearing, again, if you thought it was intended, if you think that it was all planned out, if you thought it was faked, why the fuck did the Oscars cut the feed? Why did the broadcast mute it? If it was all for drama, if it was all for attention, why did they mute what was going on? It's because it wasn't planned. It's just the reality. And that's something I told people from hour one of this happening. I know a lot of people, thought that couldn't be the case. Oh, you actually think that? Well, look at everything that's fucking gone down. I think it's clear to say who was right and who was wrong. I get a decent instinct for that stuff, whether it comes to rumors or stuff like that. It's weird. Fantastic, Mr. Knox for Aussie 5. So much news happening. I'm looking forward to your takes on this stream, Ryan. Bring it on. Yes, I will. I will. Someone says Macron was selected, not elected. I don't disagree. I also know nothing about politics when it comes to, when it comes to France. I know who got elected. I don't know any of the details behind it. But we do have a couple stream labs. Kinel for $5 says, "Hail Ryan, can't stay. Just dropping by to head in to see the Northman." We're going to talk a little bit about the Northman. It's getting an interesting reaction, and of course, some woke media elements don't like it because it's all white people. So we'll talk about that. And my man, Low Watermark, for $50. $50. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I agree with the guy who said, "Try not to die." Not that I think a sore throat will kill you. Still, you need to be able to talk to fight in this culture war. Well, I appreciate it, Low Watermark. And yeah, I know. Jeremy actually told me, "Hey, try to take it easy." Not because he cares about me, but he wants me to keep making videos for Sports Wars, obviously. So I took the first full day off, didn't do shit. That I just laid around and slept and ate chicken noodle soup and stuff like that. It was good. I probably needed it. Well, now we're fucking back at it. Now we're back at it. Man, you guys are fucking killing it today. Already 1,000 people up in here. Thank you guys. Mark Hendricks for 5, sending you good throat vibes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cliff for $5. "Hey Ryan, did you hear Nat Geo delayed Will Smith's documentary Pole to Pole? Ironically, that's also the name of Jada Pinkett Smith's autobiography." Ooh, that's a good one, Cliff. You know what, Cliff? You know what? I am probably going to do a little spot on that about Will Smith getting a couple more things canceled, including the Nat Geo and including Bright 2. I'm going to use that joke in there. Unabashedly, I'm going to use that joke. That's a fucking good one. I'm going to try to slip it in. All right. Richard Curtis for £20. I hate how stuff disappears on YouTube. The video of Gilbert Godfrey on Norm Macdonald's channel talking about Catherine Zeta-Jones, Adam Eggett, and the bad guy from World War II isn't available to be watched, and it's uncut genius. That's very weird. That's very weird, Richard. Sometimes stuff does just disappear like that, or it becomes so shadow banned that you can't figure it out. But thank you for the super chat. Python Bacon for $5. Ryan, enjoy a beer on me. Keep going hard in the paint. I tell you what, I cannot wait to have a beer. I'll let the throat heal up a little bit, and then we'll have a beer for sure. Project's done poorly for 5. Jim beat Nick. Sweetie Squad rise up. I did watch that. It's such an interesting world we're living in right now. I used to pay very close attention to a lot of the people that are involved in that right now. And yeah, it sucks. And I think to some extent, when you see people get deplatformed, like that's what they want in a lot of ways. They want to deplatform people and then have them take up these little spaces and get obsessed with infighting and all that other stuff because they're kind of cut off from the rest of the people who are participating in the public square, in the public space. That's the kind of shit that they want to happen. And it's unfortunate. So that's really all I have to say about that. But I don't disagree with your sentiments of who the victor was. That's for sure. Double Brewski for $2. Will Smith's slap was white supremacy on Chris Rock. That's what a lot of people are trying to say. That's what a lot of people are trying to say. Eric Cartman, Northman was not good. Beware. Awful fight choreography. Characters make silly, unnecessary decisions. It's a slow burn with no actual climax. It's 45 minutes too long. I do think it's a little bit long. I think Northman's good, but I said it on Friday Night Tights. I think that there's going to be a significant portion of people that don't like it because it's not some neatly packaged typical Hollywood thing. You talk about bad fight choreography. I think it's actually very realistic. I think that's likely what fighting looked like back then. I don't think it's all nice and slick for the cameras and shit. No, I think that type of a little bit slow and almost awkward looking at times is kind of what it looked like. I think they did a great job of. I'm no expert like Shad is, for instance. Highly recommend checking out whatever he thinks of the North whenever he gets to it. But in terms of the stuff that they were wearing, the weapons that they were using, the type of homes that they were in, all that stuff seemed very period accurate to me. What it seemed like to me, what Northman seemed to me, was that it wanted to be like if I sat down 1,000 years ago in Iceland or Norway or some shit, and I was getting a story told about someone that lived a century ago and how they had everything taken from them and they became focused with revenge, and incorporating things that they believe about their gods in Norse mythology and the stories that you would hear from that. I felt like that's what I sat down and watched. Like kind of an epic tale about one single character that got passed down by a couple generations. That's what it felt like to me. And I really liked it, but I'm not going to sit there and pretend like I think that's for everybody. It's definitely not. I think it's going to have a tough time making its money back. Overall, I think it's really good though. But appreciate your feedback. Becky S. Where are we at, Becky? Becky S for 5. Almost a gallon of Biden gas, $4.99. Always enjoy your show. Feel better. Well, thank you, Becky. Yeah, that is almost a gallon. Almost a gallon of Biden gas. That's true. Very true. No swearing allowed, someone said. And how am I not going to swear? That's going to be impossible for me. That's going to be 1,000% impossible for me. but we can try it. Someone said something about, what is this? Someone said something about, where was it? Yeah, we got used to heavy stage fights. That's not real. I agree. So that's why I really want to hear Shad's take on it. I really do. Someone asked, will Elon buy Netflix and Twitter? He ain't buying Netflix and Twitter, but there's some interesting developments on the Twitter side of things. We're going to talk about that in a little bit too. Like, we got a lot to talk about. We have a lot to fucking talk about. Fantastic Beasts franchise, the numbers. I just want to pull one more thing up. We got to pull one more thing up here. All right. Pull it over. If you like The Northman, try the game Hellblade. I will check it out. I'll check it out. All right. But first, we got to talk about this box office, man. We got to talk about this box office. Fantastic Beasts 3 has already been a complete and total disaster for Warner Brothers for the past several years, between canceling Johnny Depp, firing him and replacing him with Mads Mikkelsen, between all the drama they've had to deal with Ezra Miller, and of course the fact that so many leftist losers on Twitter are trying to cancel J.K. Rowling day after day. Fantastic Beasts 3 already had a rough go of it when it came to promotion. Well, now that it's finally out, it's a complete and total disaster for Warner Brothers. It looks like this movie not only won't break $650 million like the last one did, it's probably not going to break 500, which means it will lose Warner Brothers money. The bad guys in Sonic 2 bury Fantastic Beasts at the weekend box office. And it's true. Even though Sonic the Hedgehog is in its, third week of release at this point, and Fantastic Beasts is only in its second, Sonic is back to making more than Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. And The Bad Guys, this animated movie that I really didn't see too much promotion for. It's from Universal. No idea if it's good or not. That's number one in the box office. Sonic is number two. So two animated, or one partially animated movies are now 1 and 2 at the box office. And Fantastic Beasts goes from top to third, just over The Northman. With The Northman made $12 million. That's rated R. That's a movie that is an art film. Yet Fantastic Beasts in its second weekend is already down to nearly that point. This is a complete and total disaster. You cannot spin it any other way. You look at that international number. Yeah, it's a lot. It's still not tracking the same as the other ones did internationally. And when you compare this one to the domestic box office, this was the first one. This was the second one. Look at how this third one is tracking. Maybe about half. Maybe it doesn't even hit $100 million. Is that what we're looking at? Less than $100 million domestically for Fantastic Beasts. But like I said, with so many bad decisions tied to this franchise, Fantastic Beasts is getting exactly what they deserve. Warner Brothers are getting exactly what they deserve. Johnny Depp, why Warner Brothers finally cut ties with the Fantastic Beasts star. Well, it certainly looks like a mistake now, doesn't it? Now that everything's coming out in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, we realize what a lying piece of garbage Amber Heard is. Certainly looks like this was a bad decision on their part, doesn't it? But you know who they kept? Ezra fucking Miller. They keep Ezra Miller, who not only now has committed violence against far more women than Johnny Depp was even accused of, let alone Johnny Depp actually hit, which is no one. But Ezra Miller has now been arrested 2 times in the past 3 weeks, have restraining orders out on him. He's been caught on camera 2 years ago, choking a woman and putting her on the ground. This is the person they decided to keep in their franchise. And now they're paying the price. I mean, this is embarrassing. A 67% drop off what was not a good opening. Opened to what, $43 million, something like that? This movie cost $200 million budget, which means it needs $500 million worldwide to break even. even with a little bit of an advanced release internationally that bumped those numbers up, that's a long way to go. This looks like the end for the Fantastic Beasts franchise, and they brought it upon themselves. Ezra fucking Miller. And Ezra Miller, like, dude's still probably going to do something in Hawaii, honestly. He's not gone. He's still going to fuck up that that little island, I think. If I had to guess. Where does all the money go? What do you mean? You mean like why does it need to make 500 million? So typically the way it works is you estimate about 2.5 times whatever the production budget is for a movie. Right around there. Because typically you're going to spend about half of your budget on advertising. So for this movie, $100 million, right? An extra 50% of your budget gets added on for advertising. So now you're looking at $300 million. And then the money that gets made at the box office doesn't just go straight back to Warner Brothers or Disney or whoever. The theater makes money too. So the theaters are obviously taking money. Only about half of that's really going to go back to the company, 55%, something like that. Depending on where you're at. In China, almost none of it. Only you get like 25% of it back. So where you're making the money is also very determined how much money that Warner Brothers or Disney or whoever would actually get. So that's where a lot of that money's going, which a lot of people don't understand that. They just think, oh, we spent $300 million. We need to make $300 million. No, this needs to break 500 million before it starts to sniff a profit. And I don't know if it can do it. I don't know. Got to try to not get too amped up on these. Try to not get too amped up. Rodimus Prime says, hey, Ryan, in the EU, was Ron Lands and Ferris Owen gay, or is that false? I don't. There are a couple gay characters, specifically some of the Mandalorians in Legacy of the Force are gay. But it's not a big deal. Like some people didn't even realize that they were gay because it just like it was just literally part of the story and they moved on. It wasn't a focus. But yeah, there were gay characters in the EU. That just wasn't who they were, you know? They actually had identities beyond that. Blue-Eyed Scorpio for $10 because I feel like you've forgotten me. I miss our connection. It was a special entanglement, Ryan. Blue-Eyed Scorpio is always you're always sending me messages, man. What do you mean? What do you mean? Thank you, Blue-Eyed Scorpio. Is the Batman? Oh, Batman already made its money back. Batman made $750 million worldwide, so it easily made its money back. Because I think the budget on that was like 180, maybe. So it needed to get like 450, 500, and yeah, it blew. Yeah, it made a lot of money. A lot of money. JT Gunter for $2. Hail RK Nation. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you, JT Gunter. Appreciate it, man. Low watermark for $5. Ryan has a great video mode. FNT. I went into video mode. Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like when I talked about Ron DeSantis putting his neck on Disney's throat. I still have yet to see an appropriate meme for that. I'll be honest. Ugh. I'll be honest. All right. We're all caught up there. Belshazzar for $2. Hope you had a good week. I did have a good week. I had a very busy week, actually, because I was down in Universal a couple times. looking at venues for our meetup in October. And then I met Suresh and Jay and Jeremy and Universal. I haven't even watched that video yet. I need to watch that video. And then came back, did a bunch of shit, and got sick, unfortunately. So the weekend kind of sucked. But other than that, it was good. Mikey's here for $5. Says, I heard Warner Brothers disappointed the Batman's box office results because they wanted to make at least $1 billion. I mean, I think that it not making $1 billion, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if Warner Brothers is disappointed in that. But I also think at the same time, Warner Brothers over the past several years has shown themselves to be so inconsistent with everything that they're doing that it's not really a surprise to me that it didn't. We've had in the past, 3 years after 2019, where nearly everything hit a fucking $1 billion. You had like 7 things that hit $1 billion in the box office, because that was your Joker released, right? 2019. I might be mixing up my dates. Since then, really, all we've had was, obviously COVID hit. Spider-Man hit $1.7 billion worldwide. Nothing's really scratched the surface of that. So I think by the time the Batman ends its run, it's on HBO Max now, but it's still making money. It'll probably hit $800 million. I think you have to sit there and be happy with that. The reason that, I'll tell you this, Mikey, you know this as well as anybody. The reason that Warner Brothers got into the mess that they're in right now is because they saw the return for Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad and all this stuff. And they said, it's not enough. It's not enough. Even though we're making money, it's not enough. We have to change things. We have to change things. And they fucked everything up by doing that. So I think they should be completely fine with $750 to $800 million, which means they're making nearly $300 million on the Batman. That can fund 2 more. That can fund the sequels for Batman, really, when you think about it that way. So, jerk off Juggernaut for 10. I've been watching paragliders all day from the airport behind my backyard. It's NASCAR waiting for someone to mess up. So far, nothing worth noting, but I have a mini heart attack every time he jump, or every jump. That is interesting. That sounds kind of boring. But yeah, like you could be seeing death anytime. Thank you, jerk off Juggernaut. Raging Rhino for Aussie $4 with a little fist bump. Thank you, Raging Rhino. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Mark Hendricks for 5. Did you enjoy that margarita Universal with Jay and Jeremy? I enjoy almost every alcoholic drink I partake in. The margarita was fine. I liked it. I liked it. All right, where am I? Mr. Congressman for 10. Amber Heard was dropping shits like a pigeon. Thanks, Ryan, for the stream. Always entertaining. Thank you. Should we talk about Amber? Should we talk about Amber? She gets absolutely fucking destroyed in this. All right, I think if I mute this while I do it, I should be okay. But there will be copyright music that play in this. Let's see. Luca Venn started making content similar to you. I need tips since it's a little scuffed. I'm posting clips to TikTok. I'm only 18, so I'd appreciate tips. I would say if you're doing TikTok, you're trying to keep it under 60 seconds, just get it out there. Don't necessarily take a long time trying to say who you are. Just get the information out there that you want people to know. Just continue to put stuff out. If something does hit, do something else about that topic. Find something else about that topic to talk about if something does well. I really don't know what the algorithm's like on TikTok, but that's really the best I can do. Willy Wonkanobi. What's the deal with just some guy? I'll be real. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. Um, Here, I'll show this for a second. See, a lot of people were talking about that. Now, I used to follow just some guy. He used to follow me. He also used to have like thousands and thousands of followers. I don't know, but 2 days ago, he went from thousands and thousands of followers and like, I don't know if he was following like 700 people to now this. I thought maybe it was a glitch or something that sometimes happens on Twitter, but just some guy, as much as I like a lot of the content that he's done in the past, specifically about entertainment, he seems to have kind of gone off the deep end with specifically focused on this Disney Florida bill. Like, I didn't know just some guy was gay. I can assume that safely now, just based on how he's reacting to everything. He's just getting very, very nasty, essentially claiming, oh, if you're a right winger, you're this. Oh, if you're a Christian, you're this. Like going hard after conservatives, going hard after Christians. Yeah, it's just that he's attacking the very people who are his audience. And just some guy, like he's never made any, like, he's never said, oh, I'm a conservative, I'm a Christian. He's never been like that. But what he talks about in entertainment, about, you know, woke nonsense in entertainment, that is appealing to a certain crowd, which a lot of them too happen to be conservative. A lot of people that don't like what SJWs are doing. I think the biggest video on his channel is like SJWs forgot Darth Vader was a villain or something, you know? So obviously he's making anti-SJW content, anti-woke content. And so when you hit so hard against like the people that are in your audience, it's very weird. And I think there were some warning signs leading up, and I had no intention of saying a bad thing about him. And to my knowledge, he hasn't said a bad thing about me, but just because it came up in the super chat. Yeah, he seems to be very, very upset about the Florida bill. I've read the bill. I live in Florida. I'm happy that the bill got passed, not because that I don't think people should not say gay. That has nothing to do with that bill. Not because I'm scared of gay people or I don't like gay people. I simply don't think that any type of gender ideology or sexual ideology should be taught by teachers to people in kindergarten, to fucking 5 and 6 year olds. And I don't think that's a controversial take. And I stand behind that completely 100%. And if you've read the bill, and if you still think that, I question a lot of things. I question whether you read it openly or whether you read it with a bias, whether you just wanted to say that or something else going on. So wish him all the best on YouTube. I don't think going after his own audience is the best way to go about that. But that's my answer. Now, we got to talk about this woman, Amber Heard. Amber fucking Heard. The Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial has been huge. So many people have been talking about it. It's been building up for years and years and years, because since 2016, Amber Heard has been lying about Johnny Depp. She's been lying publicly about what happened between her and Johnny Depp and what caused this divorce. Johnny Depp has been labeled so many things. He has been canceled by Hollywood. He's been thrown off projects, all while Amber Heard continues to get work. Well, now finally, we're seeing the truth. And despite Amber Heard's best attempts, her lies are being called out. Milani Cosmetics obliterates Amber Heard's claim she used their product to cover bruises from Johnny Depp. And this is the whole thing. One of the parts of this story is that, look at these bruises I got from Johnny Depp, but no one ever saw these things. The only time bruises were ever seen was when she went to the courthouse one time to get a restraining order. That's it. Even when she'd tell a story about getting beat up, all this stuff happened. The next day, even that night, people would see her and she looked completely and totally fine. She says she was covered up with makeup. Well, the very same makeup company that she claimed to be using has now publicly come out and just BTFO'd her story. Amidst the ongoing defamation trial brought against her by her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, popular makeup manufacturer Milani Cosmetics has pushed back against the claim made by Amber Heard's legal team that the Aquaman actress used one of their products to conceal alleged bruises received from Johnny Depp. And we have it right here. This was presented by Heard's attorney during opening statements. Listen to what she says.
This is what Amber carried in her purse for the entire relationship with Johnny Depp. She's an actor. Do you honestly think she would have left her apartment ever without makeup? Do you think that she ever would have wanted other people to see her bruises and her cuts? This was what she used. She became very adept at it. You're going to hear the testimony from Amber about how she had to mix the different colors for the different days of the bruises as they developed in the different coloring.
So this is a big part of their defense because, again, they are the defendants in this. Johnny Depp is the plaintiff in a defamation suit against Amber Heard for lying about him. So this is a big part of it because people are asking, what's with these bruises? You claim you had all these bruises, but no one ever saw them. You're saying you used this makeup, you carried it with you in your purse during this time. Unfortunately for Amber Heard, and unfortunately for this defense team, the claim did not sit well with Milani Cosmetics themselves. And on April 22nd, the brand took to their official TikTok page to refute Heard's defensive allegations via one of the platform's short format videos. Let's watch this. I'm going to have to, I think, mute it because there is probably some copyrighted audio here. But you asked us, the brand caption, let the record show our correct kit launched in 2017. What she carried in her purse for the entire relationship. And well, I have to pause. We'll see that screenshot after. Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's the exact same thing. Confirmed, released in 2017. Now, what does that mean? Of course, the alleged abuse, all of this is supposed to take place between 2014 and 2016. They got divorced in 2016. Makeup palette release date was December 2017. Completely BTFO'd. Blown the fuck out. Amber Heard is a liar. The cosmetic that she's using in her defense is calling her a liar. The makeup cosmetics group says Amber Heard is lying about this, and we're going to put out a video and prove it to you. It does not get much worse than that. Confirmed, released in 2017. Amber Heard is a liar. I hope that Johnny Depp's team takes advantage of this, that they call them out specifically in regards to that, because they made it clear in their opening statements that she used it day after day. She carried it with her in her purse all the time to cover up her bruises. How could that have been when it didn't even release till a year after you got divorced? What a lying piece of shit Amber Heard is. God, dude. Piece of garbage. Man, yeah. Going into video mode hurts my throat. Yeah, I know. We had to use Law and Cuck. I know. Law and Cuck. Yeah, that's crazy for a makeup company to come out there and be like, just so you know, she's lying. It's pretty big. Sahil for $1. Thank you. Or it's £1. Thank you. Mikey for another 10. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I heard May 20th, Discovery will announce the restoration of the Snyderverse, and the Air Cut will release November 5th. Also, they're going to trend tomorrow. I have no doubts that they'll trend. I hope the Air Cut gets released for sure. as far as the Snyderverse getting announced since back on May 20th, I think when you look around, I mean, who's going to play the Flash? Do we really think that Warner Brothers is going to hang on to Ezra Miller after this? I have my doubts. I really do. I think that Warner Brothers is really playing it close to the vest right now because they don't want to announce that, officially we're going to do something bad with Ezra Miller while Fantastic Beasts is still in its initial first couple weeks in the theater. But I don't know. I don't know, Mikey. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. May 20th, it's not that long away. So we'll know in a month. We'll know in a month. Rogue for $5. Wasn't Amber Heard the poster girl for Me Too? Watching that witch get dragged across the coal as her vapid defenders stay mostly quiet has been fascinating. I think that there are a lot of defenders. There are a lot of defenders for Amber Heard, but often they just block everybody else out. You know what I mean? Often they just block everybody else out. They protect their shit. They fucking hide like pussies. You heard they may remove her from Aquaman 2. I don't know. I don't know. AFK Bard, people say Grant Gustin, but I say no way he will for many reasons. Even if contracts weren't involved, it seems like a bad choice to jump into the Flash movie universe. I think a lot of people would love Grant Gustin. You're right. I don't know what he thinks about it. I don't think he would turn it down. You know, I think if they were to say, hey, Grant, I know you've been doing this thing, but we're ready for this. We want you to be in Justice League. How do you say no to that? I guess it'd be tough. It'd be tough. But I do think it's more difficult than just simply, hey, boom, there you go. And yeah, Amber Heard was the poster girl for Me Too. She wanted to be. Well, turns out, shockingly, I know this might shock some people. Not every woman tells the truth. Not every man tells the truth. Not every person in human history tells the truth all the time. Some people make shit up because they're mad at people. Some people look at something that someone else has, and maybe it's because they're jealous. Maybe it's because they had a bad experience. Maybe it's because, they regretted being with that person. Maybe it's because they just thought that they could get ahead. Maybe they're sad about what their career is compared to someone else's. It goes for all walks of life, right? Not just in Hollywood, but in normal business, on YouTube, wherever. And people will come out and they'll lie about something, or they'll embellish something. They'll try to destroy somebody over something. And guess what? People can lie about that shit. Often it comes from very, very fucking bitter people, and it's easy to tell. So I think everybody sees that very clearly at this point. Yes, hashtag me poo. Roswell for 50 Norwegian. I'm looking forward to next year when Inspector is going to inspect and check if Disney's buildings are up to code. Disney better stop with promoting BS. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they do. That's for sure. That is for sure. Excuse me. Marco Esquandolas for $10. DeSantis bill fiasco shine a huge spotlight on woke Hollywood. Combined with what's happening on school boards has made normies aware. The slate of woke programming in the pipeline will backfire. I don't think you're wrong, Marco. And I mean, we can talk. I want to actually talk about that for a second. I think I have something pulled up that I meant to talk about. That I meant to mention, and we're gonna do a specific Disney segment later. It has been an interesting month for woke Hollywood and even for big tech if you throw Twitter in there, because the mainstream media and Hollywood and big tech for the last several years have had all the momentum. They have been owned and dominated by extreme left-wing activists. But it almost feels like the tide is starting to turn in a way, just in the past month, with 4 major instances. And they're all covered right here in this article. Woke chickens come home to roost at Disney, Netflix, Twitter, and CNN. And when you think about it, it's very interesting. Obviously, Twitter, we have Elon Musk buys about a 9% share in Twitter. All of a sudden decides he's going after the entire thing. And what happens? Twitter pushes back. Twitter says, oh, you can't just do something like that. We don't want to be owned by someone like you. When in reality, the vast majority of energy from the population would love for Elon Musk to buy Twitter. And now it sounds like there's a lot of pressure from shareholders for all of the board on Twitter to get on board with what Elon Musk is doing. We've seen Disney decide to get political and actively involve themselves in parental rights and education, insert themselves in that conversation, and now they are paying a price. Look at in the past year, Disney stock down 35%. Obviously, just in the past month, it's down 15% with all of this nonsense that's going around. And still, even today, even though the market's not currently sharing right now, it's still continuing to drop as we speak. What about Netflix? Netflix, which has woke propaganda and has had woke propaganda for years and years and years. Finally, people are catching on. And finally, people are saying, you know what? I think I might have had enough of Netflix. Now that all the other streaming services are pulling the favorite things off, no more Netflix Marvel shows, no more Office and Parks and Recreations, no more of these binge-worthy things that Netflix had been living on forever. All of a sudden, Netflix has to stand on its own 2 feet. And although they do have some really quality original content, unfortunately for them, a lot of it is heavily weighted as woke propaganda. And what's happened with them? Oh, that's right. 63% drop off year to date, including this absolutely horrific fall off when they lost, what was it, 35% overnight when they announced that actually we've lost subscribers for the first time in our entire history. And then, of course, you look at the mainstream media and CNN Plus, a streaming service where they put in hundreds of millions of dollars for this streaming service for CNN, couldn't get more than 10,000 people a day to click on it and watch it. That's how bad it was. And after less than a month, it gets shut down. So it does feel, in a way, that the tide is starting to turn on some of these companies, that public perception of some of these companies and some of the behavior, it looks like we're finally getting a change. Now, does that mean that everything's good? Everything's fixed now, guys? Not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form, because the people who are in charge of these companies are likely hell-bent on continuing to do the same thing over and over and over again. But it is a little bit of a white pill when you see, just in the span of a few weeks, all these things happening across entertainment and Hollywood and big tech and the mainstream media. So maybe that's a white pill for some people out there that don't think you have any effect, that's saying, oh, well, Netflix will always be Netflix, Disney will always be Disney, Twitter will always be Twitter, and CNN will always be CNN. Well, you know what? More days like this, more months like this, where we see this type of traction and this type of, I don't know what to say, this type of momentum for these woke corporations, well, the times where things change might be right around the corner. We'll see, though. That is correct, Mark. I don't know when the last time I got less than 10,000 views was. Like, I don't know, let me look at my channel. When's the last time I got less than 10,000 views? Could we do that? I did put the Viola Davis one. That was bad. That only got 16,000. I don't know. It's going to take too long for me to find it, to be honest with you. Yeah, 10,000 daily views when you put that much money into it is embarrassingly bad. Like, embarrassingly bad. But let's, I don't know what got me sidetracked, but I have less than 10,000 views right now. This is live viewers. That's not what they're talking about. They mean 10,000 people in a 24-hour period tuning into their streaming service, clicking on their streaming service. That's what that means. And if I left these streams public, they'd be over 10,000 by the time I get done. Let's see. Rogue for 2. A lot of people snitched on themselves with the Florida bill. I think so too. I really think so too. Ian so forth for 15 pounds. So the makeup company distanced themselves from her. What's next? Her laxative provider? Based on Johnny Depp's description of the turd, it looked like she could have used a laxative. It looked like it was a little dry. That's what he said. Bobby Bob for 10. Amber full of crap. She should go find a nice comfy bed and shit in it. Yes, you're right, Bobby Bob. Mikey Gussler for 10. If I was in charge, I would hire Zach, Henry, and Ben and do a Batman Superman team up movie. I would have them shoot after Rebel Moon and release the film in December of 2023. Holiday can make a lot of money. Yeah, I think it's I think at this point, a lot of people would love if Cavill and Affleck were back. I think the more time that goes by, the less likely it is that any of the people come back because they're getting older. And I really think we'll see what happens on May 20th. But I think that Zaslav is kind of leaning towards a full reboot, personally. It doesn't mean that the haircut can't happen, but we'll see, Mikey. Krista Crom says Amber Heard should do shitting on bed fetish films. Hey, she might make a lot of money. Rodimus, I don't remember if Ferris Olin was gay. I really don't know. If it was never really put out there, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like, there was never anything in there about him being gay. I know that, but whether someone thought, oh, maybe he was not canonically gay, but I really wanted to be gay, maybe, but I don't fucking know. There are a couple gay characters in the EU. I don't know about Ferris Olin. Let's see. Ospedy for 5. Hit 100 subs. Now I have a custom URL. OSPDY. Now I need to create an actual content. LOL. Ditching Patreon. What's the best way to support you? Well, thank you very much, OSPDY. I appreciate it wherever you guys support. I know for some people that's Patreon, some people it's channel memberships. My locals, over on my locals, all of my content that I put, all of my exclusive supporter content also goes up on locals as well. And I'm going to be linking that to my Rumble account and stuff. So if you don't like Patreon, I think that locals is a good way to go for that. So definitely the link should be in the description of this video. So, but thank you. And good luck on the new channel, man, with OSPDY, YouTube/OSPDY. Blast Radius for 10. Just like how I felt about Amazing Lucas and dumped his show before he decided to turn on his fan base, I did the same with Just Some Guy. I knew something was up with him, and I was right. Yeah. I mean, that's like, I'll say that if you, no matter how big your following is, no matter how many hundreds of thousands of subscribers you have, if you take everything that got you there and you completely start doing the inverse of it, it's not going to be good for you, regardless of who you are. Um, it'd be like if I got to 100,000 subs and then all of a sudden just started praising, the sequel trilogy or something for Star Wars. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. And if I did that, I think a lot of people would be mad at me. A lot of people would be upset, and a lot of people would stop watching me because of that. But that's why it's important to be authentic. I think with a lot of these guys who end up having some big thing where they turn on their audience and it kills their channel because maybe they got burned out. I think a lot of those guys just were those people the entire time. They finally were done faking it. And I don't know, again, I don't know what the fuck's going on with just some guy, but he seems to be having a meltdown over shit. But yeah, if you look at history in the past with YouTube, it's, people that feel burnt out because they're playing a person, because they're not authentic, because they're not real. That tends to happen to people like that. So that's why, guess what? The easiest thing to do is just be yourself. That's what I do. I had a conversation with somebody, I think it was a Patreon message actually, just talking about the way I talk and speak and things like that. And someone said, they were basically like, have you ever thought about, maybe speaking slightly different on a certain subject? I was like, I appreciate you reaching out respectfully and asking me. But I've built this channel off being authentic, by being me. And that's everything, the good and the bad. The good and the bad that comes with me, that's who I am, and that's how I speak, and that's what I put out there. Some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna fucking hate it, and that's just kind of what it is. But you gotta stay authentic, you gotta stay true to who you are. I think that's the only way to long term be successful doing this and really anything else, but specifically this, when it's so easy to just say, fuck you, unsubscribe, I'm done. Cautionary tale for sure. Boba Yogi for 2. Shout out to Kung Fu Hot Dog. His YouTube stuff is great. Yeah, shout out Kung Fu Hot Dog. That's right. Mr. Congressman for 5. I'm Amber Heard. Welcome to Jackass. Bow, now, now, now. They would shit in a bed, wouldn't they? Vicidius for 10. Taylor Lorenz did an interview on Matt Binder's channel. When talking about doxing, Lorenz says, do you not remember Gamergate? Talking about beating a dead horse. NBC's really need an update. I need to make a fucking video. I need to make a video about Taylor Lorenz. I was busy the one day and then I got sick, so I haven't even done it yet. But yeah, I stand with Libs and TikTok. OSPDY for 5. Any desire to implement a no blasphemy policy on your channel, G&G, FNT, etc.? Well, speaking of that, and speaking of kind of being true to everything, like, I can't speak for any of those other channels because those aren't my channels. I feel like I don't really blaspheme all that much. I will say that when I'm on a live stream and I'm just talking and I'm rolling and rocking or whatever, sometimes stuff flies. I grew up United Methodist Church. I consider myself a Christian. I don't really make that a ton of my content, part of my content. But in terms of really changing the way I talk or expecting anyone else to kind of change the way they talk, not really, And again, I know that'll be offensive to some people for a variety of ways, but I am who I am and I speak the way I speak, but I do really appreciate it. OSPDY. So thank you. Taker 610. for $5. The white supremes have claimed Northman, says leftist idiots. Didn't Black Panther feature a literal black supremacist who was misunderstood? I believe so. I believe so. Yes. And they said he was a very relatable hero. A very relatable hero from what I remember. That's what everyone liked to say. Diesel for $5. Speaking as someone who has to deal with my ex-wife lying about being abused, I really hope Johnny Depp wins this. Dealing with this really sucks. Yeah, Fuck. For you guys that were not here earlier, I have strep throat right now. So that's why I didn't make any content yesterday. That's why I had to leave FNT early. So I am dealing with strep throat. Hopefully I can make it through the whole stream. But let me take a drink real quick. Boom. All right, Flaccid Phoenix. Flaccid Phoenix for $5. Now that I think about it, just some guy was pretty quiet about Jared from Subway. I don't think that I don't even remember when Jared from Subway happened. I'm not gonna say that about just some guy at all. I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm just gonna speak about what I've seen. So, but thank you, Flaccid Phoenix. Yeah, usually stop sucking cock, says 187. It sucks because that's actually what I used to say to people. Whenever somebody I know would get strep throat, I said, you know, you get that, right? They say, what? I said, strep cock. Doesn't really fucking work when I get it. Can't really make that joke, can I? But yeah, back to the Johnny Depp thing. Yes, there are a lot of people who there are a lot of people who will lie about shit. There are a lot of women that'll lie about shit. And I think personally that false accusations need criminal fucking jail time. If you falsely accuse someone of something like that and you get proved false, you should go to fucking jail. I think that would stop a lot of this bullshit. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I think it's going to be very hard for Johnny Depp to win. I think that it's going to be very hard for him to win this. Not because I think he did anything wrong or I think that they're going to prove that he did anything wrong. But I think that the hardest thing for them to do is going to be to say that Amber was specifically talking about him physically abusing her in that Washington Post article. I think that's going to be the very difficult thing, which is a little bit of I know that's kind of glossed over. I think it's glossed over in a lot of this and really focused on what happened in the relationship between them. But at the end of the day, he is suing Amber Heard for an article that she wrote, I believe in the Washington Post. I might be wrong about the paper. I believe in the Washington Post, talking about how she was a survivor of domestic abuse. She didn't name Johnny Depp. She was obviously referring to him. There's even going to be parts and emails and exchanges with the ACLU that helped her write this that show she was talking about Johnny Depp. But since she didn't name him specifically, I think there's going to be problems with the minutia involved in the legality for that in defamation. But I think as long as Johnny Depp gets all this out there and people see Amber Heard for who she is and she gets called out for this shit and it's proven, and it already has been proven, that she abused him, I think that is truly what he wants. You know, I think he wants people to know the truth about the story. I think that'll be enough for him. Got a couple Streamlabs. Thanks, guys. Bradley Burnett for 10. The whole Ezra Miller thing. To quote Mugatsu, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This guy hasn't been fired, but Warner Brothers won't bring back the guys fans want, Henry Cavill. Seriously, he loves the character and wants to play them. Warner Brothers must not like money. They're retarded. You know? They are absolutely retarded. And I see Chris Gore in the chat. What's up, Chris? I'm going to finish these Streamlabs. Then we're going to talk a little bit about G4. And we're going to talk a little bit about Chris Gore. Speaking of, there's Chris. $20 from Chris Gore. $20 for the 20th anniversary of G4 TV today. Hail Ryan. Well, hail to you, Chris Gore. Hail to you. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Let me get through a couple of these Streamlabs, then we're gonna address what Chris Gore's talking about right now. Taker 610 for 3. I like Miller's performance in original Fantastic Beasts. Then I saw him in the extras features of Justice League. Asked Gal to say something like down with the heteronormative patriarchy or some shit, and alarms went off. Now it makes sense. Yes. Taker for another 3. I've seen on Facebook the claim that Disney's decision to strip DeSantis's decision to strip Disney of tax protections will raise taxes some 1,000% on residents of the counties where Disney World's located. Of course, that sounds like BS. What do you know as a Floridian? So it's more about the outstanding debt that Reedy Creek owes, which is about $1 billion. That has a lot to do with it. There are essentially, they've come out and said they plan to fully consolidate that debt and have it paid off by the time next year comes around. So I don't think that'll be a problem. I think a lot of it is people. I think a lot of it is people trying to justify why this is such a terrible thing for Florida and DeSantis. I will say, I think there will be ramifications for a lot of citizens here. I don't think it's all just peaches and cream and that everything's okay just because Disney doesn't have a tax haven anymore, for lack of a better word. But, I think that having a company play on a level playing field, I think that protecting children, protecting 5-year-olds from groomers, I think there is an acceptable price to pay for that. I don't know truly the ramifications. I don't think anyone really knows yet, but we'll find out in June of 2023. I know I'm not in those counties. So, and then Alexander for 2, just some guy or just some gay or just some groomer, either's appropriate. Well, I'll stick with just some guy for now, Alexander, but thank you. Yes, let me see if I can find this. Yes. Let me make sure. They haven't, Chris, to your knowledge, they have not yet said anything about the 20th anniversary, have they? They haven't said anything about the 20th anniversary. All right, well, let's switch to this really quick. Try to set this up. Oops, got it on the wrong thing. Over the last several months, we have seen the complete and utter destruction of the new G4 TV. When they came back, they decided they're going to stream on Twitch, they're going to stream on YouTube, they're going to do YouTube content, and it's going to be just like the old G4, except it completely and totally was not. Except they decided that they were going to focus on identity politics instead of the fans. They decided they'd focus on Frost and sexism in gaming and blaming the audience instead of actually listen to the fans. And as a result, it's been a complete and total disaster for G4. When you look at the views on the new G4 TV channel, it's pathetic. They barely even keep anything up there anymore at this point. And when you look at what used to be the G4 TV channel, now renamed XPlay, as you can see, they get approximately 36 or 360,000 views a month at this point. For reference, I've had days this month where I've gotten over 360,000 views. It's pathetic, especially when you consider all the money that's going into this. But even more pathetic is the fact that today, the day I'm recording this, April 24th, is the 20th anniversary of G4 TV, and they've said nothing about it. You know, someone who has said something about it is Chris Gore, and of course, Attack of the Doc. Attack of the Doc is a documentary that Chris Gore has been putting together for a long, long time now. And really, I don't think it could be coming out at a better time, especially because people have seen the downfall of this company, not once when we actually liked it, but now twice with what they've been doing. So why don't we react to this doc? Why don't we react to this trailer for this doc that's going to drop in July? And I should probably share my fucking audio. Today's the 20th anniversary of G4 TV, which launched on April 24th, 2002. So to celebrate, enjoy the official teaser trailer for Attack of the Doc. The film will debut during San Diego Comic-Con in July, where shenanigans will be had. Let's watch.
Remember a time not long ago when we came together to celebrate the things we all loved? All the things we cared about? Attack of the Show united all of us into one giant nerdy family.
There you go. Coming soon, baby. And I cannot wait. I know Chris has been working on this for a long time. And it's true. G4 TV, remember when it launched like this with the Pong? G4 TV used to be beloved by so many people. Gamers, nerds, comic book fans, Star Wars fans, everybody used to love what G4 TV was doing because you felt like it was something for you and that you can kind of understand, but at the same time, it's cool. And it's so different now. And the fact that G4 has not mentioned anything about the 20th anniversary is very telling because this has nothing to do with the old G4. It is G4 in name only. They've seen so many people go away. You saw Blair Herter, who is a big part of this reboot. He's completely and totally gone now. And now what are they doing? Have they mentioned anything? No. It looks like it's just a Gina Darling simp day, to be honest with you. Just Gina Darling simp. That's what it basically is right now for them. There you go. Here, they're at PAX East right now. Look at all those masks, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all of those masks, not only in the crowd, but also on them. Maybe it's required. Maybe it's required at PAX East. I wouldn't be surprised, but I know that I personally am looking forward to the final version of Attack of the Doc from the great Chris Gore. I imagine there will be some parts in there about what's gone on over the past few months as G4 is completely and totally imploded. So shout out to Chris Gore. Shout out to Attack of the Doc. And I'll go ahead and put... I need to find the YouTube version of that, actually. And I'm going to clip that out and make that a full video. And... I'm going to share that YouTube channel, Attack of the Doc YouTube channel. And Chris is an awesome dude. All right, perfect. I do have it. So now I'll remember to share it in there for later. But yes. Everybody loves Chris Gore. Crowd looks fake. I don't think they're fake. I mean, I don't think the crowd's fake. I'm sure they have that many people in a big place like PAX East. All right, where was I? Let's catch up with some of these super chats. Look at that, a mandatory vax at PAX East. Are you fucking kidding me? Mandatory vax and they're wearing masks. I guess I'm sick and I'm saying this right now. So what do I know? Thanks again. Love Ryan when he goes into video mode. Such a pro. Thank you, buddy. And Chris has seen me go video mode in real time when I turned on the camera at his house right after we got back from The Suicide Squad and did a review of that. So you're going to debut that at Comic-Con, huh? Comic-Con in July. I have no desire to go to Comic-Con for any reason other than for potentially see the premiere of Chris Gore's Attack of the Dock, to be honest with you. Never thought I'd go back, but maybe. Diesel for $5. I said that one, Diesel. Mark Hendricks, Raging Ryan 3 for 3 months. It has been an honor to have watched your channel for so long. It's been about 5 years. I should have subbed earlier, but I went to level 3 to make up for lost time. Hope to get on Wall of Fame soon at the end of the vids. Yes, Mark. And I'm going to be, there's Gary. I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con, so you're going. Okay, there we go. Well, thank you. Gary's always watching. If you don't know, Gary's always watching every fucking stream on YouTube. You can never say anything and have Gary not know it. And then screen during it'll be a venue outside the con, no badge necessary. That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear, Chris. So that'll be good. That'll be good. And yeah, Mark, so back to that. I need to update my outro to get the names. I usually do it I try to do it every month. It usually ends up being once every 2 months or so. So I will do it and we'll get it all worked out. So thank you very much, my friend, for the Raging Ryan 3. Rosewell for 50 Norwegian. On Google Maps, people are reviewing the Pacific Ocean. It got a 4.3 rating out of 5. Who's downvoting the ocean? I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's a good question. I watch y'all sleep too most nights. It's got to be fucking boring as hell. I could not. That's actually what made me go to the doctor after FNT when my throat was so bad. I couldn't sleep. I literally fucking couldn't sleep because every time I had to swallow my spit, I was fucking waking up because it hurt so badly. Finally, I woke up in the morning. I'm like, I have to go to the fucking doctor. And it took me forever. Not going to lie. It took me forever to find out how to go to the doctor with my new insurance, because it's not something I had to fucking think about for a long fucking time. I did go to, I would go for my yearly physicals in the Navy and shit like that. That was pretty normal stuff. The only other times I went to the ER a couple times for two severe ankle sprains. Thought I fucking broke my ankle twice in a 2-year period, but they turned out to just be really bad. Had to be on crutches for a little bit. But it never for a fucking illness. So now that I'm actually back, not in fucking commie government healthcare in the Navy, I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? So it took me an hour to look it up and figure it out, but got it all worked out. Insurance is crazy. Now, I feel like I actually have I'm paying my own, right? I don't have any employer-based health insurance. I'm obviously doing my own thing. So I had to get on a plan, and I found something in Florida that I think works very good for me. So TRICARE for the win. No, not TRICARE. I'm a Navy vet. You can still use the VA. I strongly suggest you do. Yeah, I don't really I have really no desire to do VA stuff. I claimed no disability because just didn't feel like I needed it. And I do think I'm going to be doing there is a life insurance plan that you can get for veterans. I think I'm going to be doing that because I think that's a pretty good deal. But other than that, I think I'm mostly going to stay away. I don't really know what I'm entitled to at VA. So. Fuck. Anthony Gaming for 5. Happy Anzac Day. Happy Anzac Day. Thank you, Anthony Gaming. Waiting for the Orville becomes a channel member. Hell yes. Thank you, Waiting for the Orville. New member, baby. Richard Simmons for 2. I have a home remedy for that strep throat. Go fuck yourself, Richard Simmons. You're a literal cocksucker. But thank you for the super chat. Level Harrison II, member for 4 months at the top tier Raging Ryan 3 level. You, Eric July, and Nick Ricada are my 3 favorite toxic male influences. Keep up the great work. I got things going on in the background that I'll share with you in Discord if you want. Yeah, man. Hey, let me know. hit me up. Let me know, man. I'd appreciate it. Thank you for the support, buddy. Ugh. All right. Let me check Rumble. I don't think we got anything on Rumble rants. We're good there. I still don't know what the fuck's going on with Odyssey, to be honest with you, but we're making it work. Mr. Congressman for 750. Go Navy, beat Army. You're damn fucking right. Thanks for being a trooper and powering through the stream. I'll go as long as I can. Not the first time I've said that, and this probably won't be the first time I disappoint, but hey, what can you do? And then Biggles Mets is here. 25 months as a channel member. Ryan, sorry I was late. Mets were busy winning in Arizona. I got here as soon as I can. No problem, Biggles. I appreciate you being here, buddy. And then we have another new member. Rick Carrera became a YouTube member. Thank you very much, Rick. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Growing members over here. I might need a humidifier, maybe. Strep throat, gargle 1 cup water, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, twice a day, avoid dairy. I've been drinking a lot of tea and lemon and honey. I've not done the gargle salt water thing yet, but now I actually have antibiotics. I've got amoxicillin and prednisone. Well, prednisone is a steroid, but that helps with the inflammation, which is the only reason I can talk like I can now. Jerk off Juggernaut for 5. Every time my grandfather went to the VA, he always contracted an infection of some sort due to pure neglection. I've heard bad shit about the VA in my life. So I also know that, you know, it is a huge benefit for people that retire from the military. You know, it is a huge benefit. You can't deny that, to have a lot of that stuff taken care of, but there's a lot of hoops to jump through. You get what you pay for sometimes. So, and then G-Man for 5. I'm a vet who works for the VA. Don't think of it as leeching off the government. Think of it as recouping the tax dollars they've stolen from you. It's a fair point. That's a fair point, G-Man. I appreciate the perspective. I appreciate the perspective. I think we're good over on Streamlabs. Yes, we are. All right. All right. We talked about that. Should we talk about Chris Rock's mother? I want to talk about Chris Rock's mama. Keep my mama's name out your goddamn mouth. Or out your motherfucking mouth, I think is what he said. All right. Mama Rock. Looks like Mama Rock is ready to throw hands right now. All right. Chris Rock has still remained fairly quiet about what happened at the Oscars between him and Will Smith when Will Smith slapped him in the face over a joke he made about Jada Pinkett Smith. And in the aftermath, there's no doubt that Chris Rock has come off looking so much better than Will in this entire thing. And all of the things that have come up between Will and Jada, the reports that Jada Pinkett Smith now wants a divorce as she continues to do her podcast, her Red Table Talk that got her into all of these problems to begin with. But Chris Rock has stayed silent. Now, parts of his family have come out and spoken about it. His brother has spoken about it. His other brother spoke about it. Well, now his mother is getting involved. Chris Rock's mom calls out Will Smith's Oscars ban. You don't even go every year. When you hurt my child, you hurt me, Rose Rock said about Smith slapping her son. Now it's getting real. Now it's getting real when Chris Rock's mom is getting involved in this stuff. Chris Rock's mom, Rose, is sharing her thoughts on Will Smith slapping her son at the Oscars. Excuse me. Rock, an author and motivational speaker, told Wiz that the comedian is doing well, but is still processing the incident. that led Smith to resign from the Academy. The organization has since announced it banned Will Smith, who won Best Actor. He's banned from all events, including the Oscars, for the next 10 years. I told somebody when Will slapped Chris, he slapped all of us. But he really slapped me, Rose Rock said. When you hurt my child, you hurt me. When asked what she would say to Smith, Rose Rock replied, I have no idea what I would say other than what in the world were you thinking? Because you did a slap, but so many other things could have happened. Chris could have stepped back and fallen. You really could have gotten taken out in handcuffs. You didn't think. You reacted to your wife giving you the side eye, and you went up and you made her day because she was bowled over laughing when it happened. So not only is she taking a dig at Will Smith, she's taking a dig at Jada Pinkett Smith too. And it's well-deserved. Jada Pinkett Smith is a narcissistic fucking bitch. There's no doubts about that at this point in time. Regarding the 10-year ban, she said, what does that mean? You don't even go every year. Rock, who pointed out she didn't think the Academy should have taken away Smith's Oscar, went on to say she was really, really proud of how her son acted in the moment. And I think that she should be to an extent. Things could have really gone sideways. And it's one of the reasons from the very beginning, I said this wasn't fake. There's no way this is fake. There's no way that these people could write or draw up something that would be this captivating to so many people. But Chris Rock truly looked discombobulated, not only in the immediate aftermath when he was trying to get things back on track, but after the winners of the next thing came up and he was just like staring around, kind of like he did not know what was going on. But he did keep it together. He kept going. He was very professional about it. She added, she didn't think the apology Smith posted to his Instagram felt genuine. I feel really bad that he never apologized. His people wrote up a piece and said, I apologize to Chris Rock, but something like that is personal. You reach out. What that means is to this point in time, Will Smith has still yet to personally apologize to Chris Rock, has not called him, not texted him, not anything. Only that bullshit Instagram apology that everybody knew was fake, that he limited comments on, so no one could even comment or call him out. Will Smith is a gigantic pussy, but I guess if you look at all the interactions he's had with Jada Pinkett Smith, that should already be spelled out for you. Smith's slap followed Chris Rock making a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith having a shaved head. The comedian has largely remained mum since the Oscars. Earlier this month, Chris Rock's brother said he didn't find Smith's apology to be genuine. I really don't think that anyone does. And there are rumors out there that he's still thinking about potentially, a lawsuit, something like that. I have my doubts that that will happen. It still could definitely be in the cards in the future. But it's gotten to the point where Chris Rock's mama has to come out and shit on Will Smith and on Jada Pinkett Smith over this entire thing. And we're going to talk about Will a little bit too. But we'll catch up with this. Because Jerkoff Juggernaut sent $5. Says, you could see in the moment Rock had his fist balled up during the slap making content slightly after. Yeah, he did. He had a fist. He had a fist balled up. Oh, man. Do I have a bad signal? What is this bullshit? Probably need to reset my internet. I think it looks okay. Attack of the Dock. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Attack of the Dock. Maybe the fist was nerves. Well, I think the fist was he didn't know it was going to happen. Someone fucking hit him. Oof, man. Trying to keep drinking. Drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. Do what Will did, and that's a trip to the morgue. Oh, if I did that to Chris Rock, I don't think I'd die. I don't think I'd die, but I think I'd get arrested. That's for sure. Mark Hendricks for 5. I would have been hard-pressed to keep my cool like he did. Yes. No doubt. No doubt. Is that a Depp's Megapint? Dude, the Megapint was fucking hilarious. That was fucking hilarious, man. Is there any new? I kept hearing people talk about Elon. Is there okay. So it's not just a TMZ thing. But I'm going to use TMZ because that's what I had up first. This next one's going to be funny. I wish I had been in shape enough to make a video when Elon Musk did this to Bill Gates. Not you, Ryan, but people get crazy when hit. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, like if that was there's been bar fights where people just die because they hit their head just the right way. They hit their neck just the right way. That shit happens. That's not a joke. That's real. All right. Let's fucking share this. I'm not going to play a video from TMZ. It's just an article. Dude, we're going to talk about this too. This is such a fucking funny picture. Let's see if I can see the comment on there. Yeah, okay, I can. Oh, God, that's perfect. Elon Musk is not done with Twitter yet. After initially offering to buy the company for over $43 billion, he ran into some problems. When the Twitter board decided they didn't want to do it, they said, oh, it's going to be worth more in the future. They tried to make excuse after excuse when everybody knew in actuality, God fucking damn it, something is playing. I need you guys to listen to this.
To take Twitter private.
This is what's fucking going off on my fucking head right now.
And he says he's got another $25.5 billion
God
in
damn
loans
it.
and financing.
Fox Business, you fucking cocksuckers. You messed up my entire intro. Fucking bastards. And it started off with this like heavy metal music. I couldn't even focus. It looks like Elon Musk is still not done with Twitter. After initially offering to buy the company for $43 billion, Elon Musk is continuing to push and push and push. And as of today, the Twitter board met on Sunday, and they're actually seriously considering the offer after getting a ton of pushback from shareholders. Elon Musk gets sit down with Twitter execs talking takeover bid. Here's the Wall Street Journal. Twitter is re-examining Elon Musk's $43 billion takeover bid after he lined up financing, a sign the company may be more open to a deal, people familiar say. And in exclusive, Twitter under shareholder pressure to seek deal with Musk. Elon Musk is not done. He is very, very serious about officially acquiring Twitter. But in the process, he set his sights on another target over the past few days, and that was Bill Gates. Elon Musk confirms he turned down Bill Gates on climate change collaboration after shorting Tesla. And when you go to this Twitter interaction, so apparently Bill Gates hit up Elon Musk to discuss philanthropy on climate change, but Elon asked if he still had a $500 million short position on Tesla. Here was the response. This is Bill Gates to Elon. Do you still have a $500 million short position against Tesla? Sorry to say, I haven't closed it out. Would like to discuss philanthropy possibilities. Sorry, but I cannot take your philanthropy on climate change seriously when you have a massive short position against Tesla, the company doing the most to solve climate change. Absolutely brutalized him. But that wasn't the worst part, because after all of this happened, Elon Musk posts this. This dude is a mad lad. In case you need to lose a boner fast. He shows Bill Gates, who looks fat as shit, and the new pregnant man emoji that they're debuting. Are you kidding me? Absolute destruction of Bill Gates, the guy who wants to control what you eat, who doesn't want you to eat meat anymore, who wants to eat all this fake garbage when he looks like this, a disgusting human. What did Donald Trump say? Barney Frank looks disgusting, nipples protruding out of his shirt. That's what Bill Gates looks like right now. And then he follows it up. The Shadow Ban Council reviewing this tweet, still shitting on Bill Gates and on Twitter. And this morning, he kind of tried to troll everybody. Moving on, then a couple hours later, from making fun of Gates for shorting Tesla while claiming to support climate change action. This is what Elon Musk has done to Bill Gates over the past few days. And all of this is coming as we find out that there are officially meetings happening today, that the board is getting pressured from the shareholders to actually sell out to Elon, and that Elon Musk could legitimately buy Twitter within the next few days. Insanity. Elon Musk is always going to do his own thing, and he's continuing to do so with Twitter. Bill fucking Gates. All right. Nashville Prime for $5. What's your take on that crazy quantum TV dude? Keep on rocking, Ryan. Appreciate you, bro. Quantum TV dude. I don't know what you mean. Oh, are you talking about the YouTube guy? I have heard of this guy, but I don't know I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about the guy. I have heard people talking about him though. I just heard he's kind of crazy, but I do have the hiccups. Am I going to be playing Mario Kart? I don't fucking know. It'll depend how I feel. Oh, he's launched a bunch of false copyright claims. That's what it's about? Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know anything about him. I've seen some of his thumbnails before, but he says he's under attack. He says my channel's under attack. That's what he's saying, but I don't believe that. Eric Winberg for 2. Get better, Ryan. The truth needs you. I am trying to. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to get better. All right. Still don't know quite what's going on with Odyssey, but good on Rumble, good on Odyssey, good on Streamlabs. What else do we need to talk about? Drink more. I've been drinking a ton of water. Chris Rock's mama. We do need to just talk about we do need to just specifically talk about Disney a little bit. Kate J for $5. Thank you very much, Kate. Says, saw The Northman last night and was delighted to see the libs get incredibly triggered by it the next day since it doesn't contain any activist messaging. Yeah. Well, thank you for the super chat, Kate. I agree. There's nothing, there's no type of message in there. It's literally just a fucking story about a dude from 1,300 years ago or some shit, 1,000 years ago, who wanted revenge. That's all it is. I really liked it. I really liked it. So thank you. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. Here we go. All right, let's pop this bitch open. For years and years, over a half a century, in fact, Disney has not been playing on a level playing field. They have had advantages to do basically anything and everything that they want in the state of Florida. It's one of the reasons they were able to get so big, and it's one of the reasons, no doubt, that Orlando inevitably became such a huge tourist attraction. But Disney decided that they wanted to get involved in politics, not just donate here, donate there. They actively said that it was going to be their mission to repeal laws that had been put in place to protect children by the government of Florida. And that was a step too far. And Ron DeSantis, when he said, we're going to come after you for this, he was not lying. He was being very serious. And now he's putting his foot on their throats. Ron DeSantis signs bill dismantling Disney's special tax jurisdiction into law. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation into law Friday intended to dissolve Disney's special tax and governing jurisdiction in Florida. Republican lawmakers moved to dismantle the corporate carve-out comes after Disney CEO Bob Chapek pledged to oppose the state's parental rights and education law, and the embattled entertainment brand is openly pushing LGBTQIA plus content to young audiences. Now, I do have to say that I don't think necessarily the content they're pushing should lead to anything necessarily coming from the government as long as it's legal. However, when you're talking about a company that has advantages, right? You are talking about a company in Disney that has been gifted things by the government of Florida, gifted advantages to do business. Disney has always had an advantage over Universal and all these other places because of this deal that they made in 1967. When you come out and you say, we're going to oppose the government of Florida, we're going to try to repeal these laws either through the legislature or through the courts, you know what? You might lose your fucking special access that you've got. You might be on the same playing field as everyone else. And that's exactly what has happened in this instance. The legislation DeSantis signed will eliminate the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which has existed for 55 years as a vehicle for Disney to govern itself within the state. They established it in 1967 when Walt Disney asked Florida for more control over the development of Walt Disney World. Disney's paid taxes and fees to the Reedy Creek District since its creation, and in exchange, the district provides governmental services for Disney World, including emergency medical services, road maintenance, electric power, and other public safety services. The Reedy Creek District, along with other similarly situated special districts, will be dissolved on June 1st, 2023. However, the law allows the districts to be reestablished in the future, which could happen after further negotiations. And one thing that people are talking about is that there could be a fallout. There could be taxes on a lot of the other surrounding areas because of this. And I'm not going to lie, there could potentially be. Ron DeSantis has said no one's going to have their taxes raised on them. Other people have come out, including the Reedy Creek District themselves, and said all this debt we owe, it will get settled. Nothing will be pushed to the citizens. However, that is a real possibility, something a lot of people are talking about, something they're trying to use against Ron DeSantis. It's going to cost Florida taxpayers $1 billion to do this. They're eliminating a ton of tax breaks that Disney is currently getting that a lot of other people are not. That is a fact. That is absolutely 100% a fact. And the bottom line is, for a lot of people, you know what? Standing up and saying enough is enough for a company that's taking advantage of Florida in this way, at the same time, while trying to push for 5-year-olds to be groomed, maybe it's worth a little bit. It's worth whatever you have to do to set that right and make them pay. And when you just look at the stock, you have to say that Disney has been paying for their decisions that they've made, for pushing this woke content, for pushing this propaganda down people's throats. And now they're paying for it, not only on the stock price, but also within Florida itself. They're actually, all these people out there who want to tell everybody else you need to pay your fair share of taxes. Well, suddenly when Ron DeSantis is just trying to level the playing field and have Disney act as the same type of business as everybody else, those people are suddenly very offended by that. It's almost because they're on the side of the type of content that Disney's pushing, while Ron DeSantis in Florida are saying, fuck no, we're done with this. Guess we'll see what happens, though. I won't be subject to any of these payments. I know that, because I'm far enough away. Boom. God damn. Jerk off Juggernaut for $10. Crazy conspiracy thought. Do you think that maybe Musk moving to acquire Twitter when he did was to maybe in some small way sway people to Herd's side? I don't think so. Jerk off Juggernaut. I really don't. I think that Elon Musk has thoughts far higher, far higher than the Amber Heard trial. Amber Heard was like 4 girlfriends ago for him. So, no, I really don't think so, personally. Yeah, no longer having instant building permits. They got to go to the same thing as everybody else. You want a neck on throat t-shirt. I said it right this time. I intentionally said foot on their throats. Oh, man. It's a long time ago for both, yeah. It's going to be interesting, Marco. It's going to be interesting. I really don't know what's going to happen. All right. Good over there. I still don't have that stupid fucking super thanks on my channel. I don't think they're ever going to give it to everybody. Fucking cocksuckers. My volume keeps fluctuating. Is that true? I mean, so when I do move away, it's pretty directional. So if I back off like this, it does fluctuate. I typically try to, I typically try to like keep it pretty equal when I'm just doing my shit, but Micah D2 for $10. Why did you gaslight me? Why did you put words in my mouth when all I did was ask why you label all common sense people as a whole? Like I said, you and Jeremy label us all one group just like the left does. What the fuck are you talking about? Can you please explain? Oh, wait, hold on. Micah, I believe you sent a super chat. Here you go. I think I do remember. Because I remember almost fucking everything. I believe, Micah D2, that you sent a super chat that you said you have no problem appearing on conservative outlets like the Daily Wire or the Blaze, but you don't have any problems calling them out either. And you made that like it was a fucking problem. No, I have no problems appearing on the Daily Wire or on the Blaze or anything like that. But with that being said, if there's someone that works for the Blaze that has a take I don't like, does that mean that I should just bend over and suck their fucking cock like apparently you would expect me to? No, you basically tried to say that we have no problem leeching off these big platforms, but all you want to do is criticize them. No, I'm going to stay true to myself. So if someone from the Blaze wants to have me on their channel, wants to have me on their show for what I think and what I believe, I'll go on there. Of course I will. And I'll talk to them about that. Same thing with the Daily Wire when me and Jeremy went on there to talk about video games. But you know what I'm also going to do? I'm going to call things as I see them. That doesn't mean I'm going to say, oh, don't go to Daily Wire, oh, don't go to Blades. But if I see a host that had said something I disagree with, of course I'll say something about that. Are you fucking retarded? If that's what you mean by gaslighting, using your own words that you super chatted, where you try to fucking put us in a certain perspective when you were the one trying to gaslight, I don't know what to tell you. I'm glad I remembered that, though. I'm glad I fucking remembered that. So I could have full context for the situation. And then you say, like I said, you and Jeremy label us all as one group, just like the left does. What the fuck are you talking about? You're a fucking insane person. Micah D2, Julia D2, whatever you're going by. God. Pathetic. But that is a problem nowadays, is that there are a lot of people who think that because someone shares some similar values as you, that you have to align with them on everything and you can't call them out if you see anything else. And that's just absolutely ridiculous. Jimmy says about Ben Shapiro all the time that he doesn't necessarily agree with Ben Shapiro on a lot of things, but he loves what they're doing at Daily Wire. It's almost like that's been part of what he's said for years and years and years. He's been very consistent about that. Crazy how that works. All right. Pull that up. Where the fuck did the rest of the shit go? Here we go. Let's see. Thank you, Nashville Prime. Think of your mutuals, my mutuals. All I ask is, why do you call everything on the right as the right when we aren't all right? That was never any part of what you said in the beginning, Micah. You just said, no, you fucking accused me of gaslighting you and putting words in your mouth. That's what you did. And then you said, Jeremy label all of us a certain way. I am the one who absolutely doesn't fucking do that, as I've said over and over and over again. But again, I can't help what you seem to hear. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think probably Jeremy has maybe more issues with Tim than Ben Shapiro. But at the same time, he respects the hustle that Tim has and what he's built there. For sure. All right. Let's talk about this. Marvel has been very, very, what do I want to say? Not certain. Marvel has been very aggressive with making sure that they put diversity front and center in the MCU. Kevin Feige said it for years and years. This is what he wanted to do. He wanted to make Marvel as woke as it could possibly be. He wanted to make sure the Marvel Cinematic Universe was completely focused on identity politics and representation. And Marvel Phase 4 has done exactly that. But now they might continue to pay the price when it comes to releasing these movies, because already Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, has been banned in several countries. Sequel is banned in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar over LGBTQ superhero. And I think since this article has been written, it's been banned in more than that. The upcoming Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness Marvel sequel to hit the 2016 superhero film Doctor Strange has been banned in Saudi Arabia over a key LGBTQ superhero in the movie. Doctor Strange was due to be released on the Gulf on May 5th. The sale of advance tickets are no longer available in these countries. This suggests the film's also banned in Kuwait and Qatar, although it's not yet been confirmed. The decision to ban Doctor Strange is said to be due to an LGBTQ-related issue, as the upcoming sequel introduces a character named America Chavez, who is gay. The strange thing is, they're introducing her as a very young America Chavez. So if they do get into her sexuality, it's going to be a weird thing to do for someone who I think is supposed to be 15 in this, but I wouldn't put it past Disney or Marvel, would you? Homosexuality is illegal in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Kuwait. Also, we saw it be banned, like the Eternals got banned not that long ago. That's not surprising. But when you look at what the future is for the MCU, you have to question, can they get any of their movies released over there? Because Thor, Love and Thunder, we've already heard all about Valkyrie trying to find her queen, and that Valkyrie wants to be explicitly gay in this. They've talked about that. Taika Waititi's talked about this. Tessa Thompson's talked all about that. And certainly a lot of the stands wish for that to be the case. A lot of the Marvel stands out there that freaked out over the Thor Love and Thunder trailer, trying to convince everybody that Thor and Star-Lord are actually gay, when in reality, it was just a stupid Marvel humor moment. That didn't stop these freaks with pronouns in their bios from doing anything they could to try to justify that Thor is going to be gay in this. That's what they want. They will never stop until every single character is not a cis white male. Look into the eyes of the people you love. Oh, Thor, you gay as hell. And we talked about all the backlash surrounding Chris Pratt in this. These people are absolutely insane. But the news that they're not going to cut some of these parts because maybe that's just about a character in general, not about any specific parts. Not great news for the MCU, who's really trying to get back at it. They had a smash hit with Spider-Man No Way Home, but everything else they released last year was an absolute disappointment. Shang-Chi made like $10 million. These other movies lost money, absolutely. And so now you're trying to get back with Multiverse of Madness. I personally think it's going to make a lot of money. I think Thor will make a lot of money because I think there's too many normies who haven't given up on this crap yet. But I guess we'll see. And we'll also see if any of the identity politics they've pushed into it will keep people away. Not just in China and Saudi Arabia and the Middle East, but also everywhere else around the world. And that was Sony. Well, Disney still made enough money from that to pay for all their failures in 2021. Okay, let's see here. Fuck, I lost my page. Where did it go? There it is. I fucking like completely lost a page. All right, Matt, HTX43 becomes a channel member. Thank you very much, Matt. Appreciate that. Have I seen Dirty Harry? I saw Dirty Harry a long time ago. It was a movie that I really liked, or that my dad really liked, so I watched it. So I've seen it a long time ago. Not recently, though. I should watch it again. Micah D2 for $5. Yep, just mute and move on. Again, welcome to Florida for the third time. I'm glad you're here, seriously. Well, I appreciate it, Micah. I appreciate the super chat, and I appreciate that I'm here in Florida. I don't know what you mean by mute. I'm not going to mute you or time you out. If anybody did that, I hope that's not the case. But yeah, we might have a difference of opinion on what I said or what you think I said or what I think you said. But it's all good. I appreciate it. Jerk off Juggernaut for $20. I disagree with Shapiro, Beck, Schaefer, Poole, Crowder, a multitude of others on some things, but I still love what they have to say. Opposition and opinion is the only constant in society. Yeah, I think that I think that it's very important that people understand that no one's going to have, you know, exactly the same opinion on you as for everything. You know what I mean? So, and it's perfectly fine to call that and have those discussions. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right. And thank you, Jerk Off Juggernaut. I appreciate that. Where the fuck was I? I wanted to talk about something very specifically. I got so many damn tabs up. So many damn tabs up. They're a gaggle of conservatives and neocons. Well, again, I like, you know, some of them, I like what some have to say on some things, and others I disagree with on other shit. You know what I mean? Keep up the holy crusade to save pop culture, says Bill Prime One Gaming. Thank you. Oof, man. All right. I wanted to let's talk about the Northmen. I think I pulled the Northman shit back up really quickly. I want to look up the Northman budget though. I think it's like 90 million. That's a lot. That's a tall price to pay. Steph, do you know, I don't know if you've interacted with it. Do you know where that that screenshot of the Guardian talking about white supremacists liking the Northmen is at? Because I have the article, but it kind of sucks. Excuse me. The article is kind of just shit. But I really liked what I saw in that screenshot of that thing. So, The Northman, I really liked the movie. And again, I said from the beginning that I didn't think everyone was going to like it. It wasn't the movie I expected going in either. I think the trailer made it look like there's a little more action than there actually is. This is really a very grounded, simple story about a man who had everything taken from him and the rest of his life. Well, I wouldn't say the rest of his life, but at some point in his life, he realized that he needed to take revenge for what happened. And he falls in love. He finds the person that he needs to get his revenge on. And a series of things play out. There is action in it. In the first part, I wouldn't say it's action heavy. But there is some action. I think it's historically done accurately because it's not super smooth. It's not fucking like super quick, smooth combat. It looks awkward at times. It looks a little slow at times, which is what I think it probably looked like back then with the weapons that they're using. And Best Cams Fun Hot Girls and Boys is in chat. Hello, Best Cams. Always good to see the sex bots here. They only come in like 2 hours into the stream. It's weird. What were the Viking tax policies? I don't know. I think the bots are gone. Yeah, they're gone. Chris Gore deleted that bot. Yeeted that fucking bot. Thank you, Chris. Chris Gore didn't want anybody going to that website. He's protecting you all. He's protecting you all. Okay, can't find it. That's fine. We'll do it without it. We'll do it without it. The Northman came out in theaters domestically this weekend, and although I really, really liked it, and it looks like a lot of the critics liked it as well, it's not doing quite as well with the majority of the audience. 67%, definitely still a good score. I expected around 75% because I don't think it's a movie for everyone. It's a slow burn. It really is a build up to the finale. What I think this movie truly is if you would have gone back 1,000 years and listened to someone in Norway or Iceland or somewhere like that, that was telling a story about someone who existed 100 years before and something that they did to get their revenge on someone. This is the type of story that they would tell and what it would look like, involving Norse mythology, involving gods, involving Valkyries, like all of these things. That's what they were going for, and I think it really worked. But there's some people that are very upset that some people like the Northmen. And of course, it comes back to headlines like this. Norse code. Are white supremacists reading too much into the Northmen? Because this is a Viking movie, because this is set in Nordic times or in Nordic lands, because there are no black people in this movie, because the time period it was, they're immediately going to go to that. They have attacked Robert Eggers for this. We saw that happen on Twitter. People called him a white supremacist because of this movie. Absolutely insane. But the far left activists can't help but do stupid shit like this. Robert Eggers' Viking blockbuster has already been hailed by white nationalists keen to exploit European mythology. Can Hollywood tell historical tales without unwittingly appealing to toxic ideologies? This is insanity. At the London premiere, the director Robert Eggers explained on stage how he was seeking to reclaim Viking history. Many of these groups thrive on myths of an imagined European past, a time before racial mixing or progressive politics, where men were mighty warriors and women were compliant childbearers. As Eggers told The Observer recently, such associations almost put him off of making The Northman. The macho stereotype of that history, along with, the right-wing misappropriation, has made me sort of allergic to it, and I never wanted to go there. The Northman's 10th century society appears to be uniformly white and firmly divided along patriarchal lines. Men do the ruling and the killing, women do the scheming and baby making. Do you know why it's like that? Because that's the way it fucking was. It's historically accurate to its time. And what this article does is say that because you have a white cast and you have a patriarchy and you have a macho lead role in Alexander Skarsgård, because of that, it's appealing to white supremacists. That's legitimately what The Guardian is trying to say. On the face of it, some images of Skarsgård, bare-chested, pumped up with battle rage, wearing a wolf's pelt as headgear, are uncomfortably close to those of the QAnon shaman. Are you kidding me? That's how insane these fucking idiots truly are. They're going back and they're talking about Charlottesville. They're talking about all these different things that have happened and saying that, well, it's because of Viking culture. This is nuts. This is insane, but this is the far left. These are leftist activists who, anytime they see something without diversity, this is where they have to jump to. I've seen a lot of people, including 89% of critics, praising The Northman. Are 89% of critics white nationalists, white supremacists? Somehow, I don't think so. Now, The Northman in the box office, $12 million opening domestically. Not great. About a $12 million international as well. $23 million worldwide box office. Got to be real. This movie is going to need to make a lot more than that to make its money back. It's a $90 million budget. And unless this picks up, I don't see this movie making what are we talking about? We're probably talking about over $200 million to break even. When you're looking at box office cut, you're looking at promotional budget. That's got a long way to go, which to me, it's a little disappointing because I want this to do it because I think it's a good movie, even if I don't think it's for everyone. But the idea that you have articles coming out like this it's just to try to get people to not go. That's all it is. And I hope it does the opposite. I hope people see the insanity that's going on right now with some of these sites and what they're trying to say about this movie simply because it's historically accurate, trying to smear Robert Eggers, even though he's definitely doesn't believe anything like that. I hope it backfires on him, and I hope more people go to see The Northman. But I guess we'll see. The North, man. All right, we're all good over on Streamlabs. Old Man Winters says, watch on Rumble, get off YouTube. I appreciate it. We do have 15 people watching over on Rumble. Probably more than Odyssey, because I don't know what the fuck's going on with Odyssey. But fucking Odyssey, dude's pissing me the fuck off. I have 7 people watching, but I can't see what any of them are doing because it's fucked up for me. Excuse me. Keep hiccuping. Let's see. Too many good white people in that film, I know, right? And I think the craziest thing about it is the fact that I think the craziest thing about it is that the critics are really enjoying it. I think it's good. I like it. No, I'll read it, Mike. I'll read it. Let's see. For 20, you don't have to read this live, but I don't care. You're a free person. All I said was, please don't lump us right-wing people in together like the left does. That was all I was saying. We aren't the same. That was my only point. Okay, well, I get that. And I guess I don't think that I was doing that. Sometimes I'll say a problem that some people on the right have. I'll phrase it like that. But I don't think that all people on the right are the same in any way. I think we have I consider myself on the right. That's pretty fucking clear, I think. And I have a lot of opinions that don't necessarily align with other people on the right, whether it comes to foreign policy or taxes or whatever. So I totally get that. And if you felt like I said that, I didn't mean that. That's for sure. I meant no harm. Me neither. It's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate it, Micah. Let's see. I think here we go. This is what I wanted. Oh, this fucking article pissed me off, I think. Now, we have this. Oh, is Thomas in the chat? Someone said Thomas in the chat. Happy birthday, Thomas. Hope it's a good one, man. Hope you're having a good day, buddy. I don't see him, but somebody said oh, there he is. Happy birthday, Thomas Gilkey, the Gilk man. Happy birthday, buddy. All right. Well, the Gilk man for $5. Hope you're doing well. Much love to you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Thomas. Oh, shit. You know what? Forgot about this. Will Smith made his first public appearance. So I'll wrap that into this video that we're about to record right here. As soon as this ad for the bad guys thing gets over. Animation on this looks like shit. Animation on that really does look like shit. But hey, if it's doing good. This is Will Smith could be on the path to enlightenment, that ad just said. Are you fucking kidding me? God, this thing slows down my fucking computer. This thing's killing me. You can't even scroll on it. There we go. For the first time since the infamous slap at the Oscars, Will Smith has actually made a public appearance. It's without the rest of his family, as they're probably all with Jada Pinkett Smith focused on recording the Red Table Talk. But Will Smith is actually in India right now. Will Smith travels to India following Oscars slap controversy, and he's smiling and having a good time, looking like all things are normal. But it is still not normal for Will Smith, and in fact, just a few days ago, he got more bad news. Disney delays Will Smith Nat Geo documentary. Netflix cancels Bright 2. So all of this is on top of Bad Boys 4 getting put on the shelf. He had another project, I believe, with Sony or Disney or someone else that got put on the shelf. Several projects, time after time after time, they're getting delayed or canceled for Will Smith in the aftermath of what he did to Chris Rock. Disney has delayed the Will Smith-fronted National Geographic documentary Pole to Pole. As I heard someone say the other day, that should have been Jada Pinkett Smith's autobiography. And Netflix has canceled Bright 2 starring Smith in the wake of the actor attacking Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. Pole to Pole, a nature series featuring Will Smith visiting the North and South Poles, has been delayed by Walt Disney's National Geographic division, according to a report by Bloomberg. The series was supposed to start shooting in 3 weeks, but is reportedly pushed back until the fall. And when it comes to Bright 2, another sequel that he was supposed to be a part of, people are saying that has nothing to do with Will Smith, that just has everything to do with the bad news that Netflix got and that they're running out of money. Who knows? Maybe that's just a good excuse. Maybe that's just a good excuse for them, to be honest with you. Netflix has officially canceled Bright 2. The cancellation by Netflix are the latest signs that Smith is facing a major reckoning following his onstage meltdown at the Academy Awards, in which he marched on stage and smacked Rock across the face. And indeed, when you look at this was announced not that long ago. February 7th, it was announced that Will Smith to journey from South Pole to North Pole in Disney Plus series from National Geographic. Oh, how quickly that changes. Will Smith used to be a very safe name in Hollywood. He was family friendly. He could do just about anything you wanted him to in terms of if they had a type of role that you wanted him to play. Not so much anymore. I think he's going to recover. And I've said it multiple times that this is a setback for Will Smith. His career will never be the same, but he's not going to have a career after this. He's still Will Smith. He's going to still get jobs. He's still going to get big things. But I think there will be a very permanent stain on Will Smith because of the huge effect that this had, the stage that it occurred on. It's just going to be impossible to get away from. And the longer that the stuff is dragged out publicly with Jada Pinkett Smith and him, the longer there still continues to be behind the scenes rumors of what's going on in their marriage. The fact that Jada apparently now wants a divorce as Will Smith has hit rock bottom, the longer that stuff is going to stay around and that stain is going to be out there. I don't know what he's going to do in these public appearances. I don't know what he's going to do in India. But the fact that he's traveling there alone without the rest of his family is weird. That really is weird. But we'll see what happens with Will Smith in the future. More projects delayed after what happened at the Oscars. Look at Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's, what Mel Gibson did and what he got caught saying's fucking really bad to be in Hollywood is saying that kind of shit, But yeah, those were just words, and it wasn't in front of the world. But Mel Gibson is a white Christian male, He's not come anywhere close back to where he was. Is he doing some stuff now? Yeah, sure, he's doing some stuff. And every time he does, the cancel culture mob gets wound up. I don't think it's going to be near as bad for Will Smith. Fuck, I'm gonna close that. Close that. Let's see. Micah D2 for 2. Also, sorry if I didn't word it right. Love you, man. Hey, no problem, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sahil for 2 pounds. Love your videos, man. Always make me laugh my ass off. I do my best. All I can do is try. That's all I can do. But thank you. Zeus Play for 10. It's hilarious. How do you do your stream in sections that will become 10 videos later? Live long and prosper, brother. I found that that's a very effective way for me to not only talk to you guys and get this information out there, but also make videos in the process. So I got it from Ripa. I'll be real. You know, I got it from Ripa, being able to like what Ripa was able to do and how he did his stuff on For Canon's sake and has been so effective with that for so long. That's really what made me think maybe I should try to do that. It's played out really well. So there's at least a 50% chance Jada's children are Will's. Oof. Oof. At least 50, huh? Maybe. I don't know about that. 50? All right. It is almost time for some Mario Kart. Where the fuck is the Mario Kart stream? I don't see it yet. Where's the Mario Kart stream? Oh, here it is. I found it in my notifications. Share, copy. All right. So that is going to be it for, real quick. Fantastic Mr. Knox for Aussie 5. Willow and Jaden Smith are old enough. I'll be laughing if they also want a bit of Will's money too. They don't get shit. They're not going to get shit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I really liked Passion of the Christ when it came out. And so the fact that they're going to do the Passion 2, the Resurrection, I think that'd be really cool. Honestly, very much looking forward to it. Now, Micah for another 5. Thank you, Ryan, because I was attacking you. I was just challenging you. I really do love your work. Please keep it up. No problem. Micah, we get passionate about this shit. So nothing wrong with it. I appreciate it, man. He says I wasn't attacking you. Thank you, Ryan, because I wasn't attacking you. I was just challenging you. Really do love your work. Please keep it up. No problem, buddy. Thank you, man. Now, I will be doing the hangout in Discord for a little bit after this with patrons, channel members, everybody. So if you are a patron or channel member, you're interested in that, definitely go to the Discord. And my mods there will help sort you out to get you into the right tier. Let's see. I don't know about Mario Kart yet. I have to see how I feel after the stream. But because I don't want to talk too much. But we'll see. You never know what might happen. Thank you guys for being here and making this stream kick-ass and successful. I'm sorry I didn't get any content out yesterday. I fucking hated it. You have no idea how much I hated not being able to get content out when I'm sick. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll feel a little bit better than I do today. I can get some rest, and we'll keep on fucking grinding. But I know I have a lot of stuff to clip out after today, so that's always good. Let me refresh Streamlabs one more time. Let's see. We're all caught up there, all caught up on Rumble and everything. All right. Go check out Mario Kart. Tea and honey. I've been doing a lot of tea and honey. I have strep throat. If you guys have done legit strep throat, like a fucking child does. So hopefully I'll get better soon. But thank you. I'm going to play us out. You guys go to the pinned comment, go to the Mario Kart stream, go give them a bunch of shit. And I We'll talk to you later. Peace.